All right, what is going on? Welcome back, my warriors, my Embrace Life Boldly peeps. Thank you so much for being here. For those of you watching on YouTube, I've got my computer open, so I'm gonna be looking at my notes a little bit here. For those listening on the podcast, welcome, 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 everybody. Thank you so much for being a part of my YouTube and as well as my podcast. I can't tell you how fulfilling it is to be able to have this mission in life, my soul mission, to be able to give authentic truth, love, and healing to everyone around, and be able to chat about things that we struggle with in life, you know, the real nitty gritty, right? So just a quick reminder with everyone here and listening, I want you guys, it's not too late to be a part of Tammy's Tidbits. What it is, it's just a weekly email that you will receive every Monday morning to get your week to start off like amazing. And it's just tidbits about personal growth, things that I've gone through personally, things that I see cycling through with my clients and things like that. And so it's really just Monday morning, you receive a tidbit about how to handle life a little bit better, you know, and who doesn't need that? Who doesn't need that reminder if you already know? Who doesn't need that moment of like, oh my gosh, that's so right, I could totally try that. And it's really just shifting a little bit of your mindset and your conscious awareness. And because as you guys know, I am an intuitive coach that helps guide others into transformation, transition, and mindset. And all I would love to do is just be able to reach as many people as possible to be able to help this world go around in on its axis a little bit smoother. So tell your friends and family about it. Share it with others. Just go to coach-tammy.com and sign up. It is completely free, so you've got nothing to lose. And look, if you don't end up liking it, you just unsubscribe. That's the nitty gritty. And that's what's up right there. Also, guys, don't forget that I have been really diving deep into my intuitive psychic abilities. And I've been practicing a lot with oracle card readings. And so I am offering them now. I'm offering them on my website. So for oracle card readings, if it is something that you've just been like curious about or needing some answers on something, what I do is I utilize the universe, my guides, your guides to answer those things that you need. You can hear my lovely puppies singing in the background there. And so, yeah, if you would love an oracle card reading, this month of June, if you're listening to this and watching this for the month of June, it's my birthday month and I'm completely giving oracle card readings for free. So, hey, just contact me, DM me, however way you can go, coachtammyward@gmail.com there, or you can go to coach-tammy.com and get a hold of me that way as well. And listen, it's a really great, it's so wonderful. And listen, if you want to see testimonies and reviews, you can also go to coach-tammy.com. You know, if you're just not sure and you just want to see what everybody else is saying about it, just go ahead. Go to get there, or just, you know, contact me for some, you know, some information that you're looking for. All right, guys, I'm going to dive into this episode, and what I really felt to talk about is belonging. And so I wanted to chat about that urge we all have, that we all want to feel as if we belong, right? When others, that sense of belonging, a part of something like a community or a church or a sports team, or, you know, that feeling, I know for me, when I would walk into a bar to watch a football game or whatever sports game is on, I would like almost feel like I belonged at the bar, kind of like on that TV show Cheers, where they're like, hey, Tammy, you know, like I'm walking in and I belong somewhere. And I think it's really important that we understand the sense of belonging and the sense of what it feels when we don't belong. And so I just want to dive into that a little bit and hope that it can bring some insight to yourself, open up your mindset, and really have you begin to dive deep into your own sense of belonging. So, you know, I think that whether it's, you know, like when we were kids, it's like that time when you like getting picked for a game, like, or like Red Rover even, when it's like, you're just hoping you're like the next one to go through, because, you know, if you're like one of the top ones to get picked, that means you're important, right? That means you belong, you're seen, and all that other stuff. And I think it's whether it's, you know, picked to play a game or being left out of the party, when everyone else is invited, or maybe you're invited to a party and you really don't feel like you belong anyway, like you just feel off there. I mean, there's always this sense of belonging that we all need. And that for me, it was thinking, sometimes in certain groups or around certain places, especially in the military, I felt like I had to be someone else for others to like me or want to be around me. And trust me, that is no way to feel the feeling to belong. The moment you start to feel that is like the biggest red flag in the entire world. So, whether you're like introverted or extroverted or a little in between, everyone has this pull to belong somewhere, somehow. And everyone desires connection and support. We're not meant to live this world alone. I mean, there are millions and millions of people. No one should ever have to feel or be alone in this world. I mean, and that's one of the reasons why I became a life coach, because I want other people to know that, like, you are not alone in this life. Everyone struggles, and to keep fighting, and to know that, look, you can come to me, like I'm here. And I think it's mainly because there's so many times in my life where I looked around and like literally no one was there. Like I was just like, so like, oh my gosh, who's there? But at the same time, I wasn't reaching out to people. I didn't feel like I belonged anywhere. Because we do, and no matter the age, I think, no matter the age, no matter where you're at in life, everybody wants to feel like they belong. So it's like, no matter the age, no matter the size, no matter the intelligence, no matter the uniqueness about you, we all get lonely. We all get lonely. And I can remember all through my K through 12 education that I searched for that belonging. I searched for it in sports and academics, under the bleachers in study hall, and that hard knock life of the cafeteria, group that you're trying to figure out where you fit in. And even though there were some groups and people that I thought, yes, this is it, these are my people, yes, I was wrong. Because I think, above all, we're not the same person as yesterday. Every day we grow in different ways. And so we really have to truly understand what that is about. And that's when it hit me that I must belong to myself. No matter how many friends I had or how many people I knew or how many places I've been around the world, I realized that to belong, I have to truly understand who I am, what I like. I must belong to myself first. We must love ourselves. We must accept ourselves, care for ourselves, support ourselves, appreciate ourselves. And how do we know where we belong if we don't even know ourselves? And to know where or to what or we belong, or what that looks like, even. To find ourselves, it's about, I think to find ourselves, it's about not faking or pretending, just true understanding of who our own individual self is. Because I know many of us, we get inside these groups and we want to pretend that we like the same things that they like, or we want to fake that we have the same problems, or we want to fake that we're better, or we're more than, or whatever it may be. We get involved in these things that we realize that we're not being our true self. Maybe you are a part of the soccer mom group that struggles with anxiety and depression, and here they are, looking so happy, and you're looking at something on the outside in. So you're part of this group where you feel like you belong because you're a soccer mom too. But then all of a sudden it's like, boom, you really don't have anything in common with these people. And does that mean you have to stop hanging out with them? No, absolutely. I think to understand who our own individual self is, that's who we then can first have that confidence to be who we are around other people, no matter where you are or who you're with. I was lost in life trying to be a chameleon, trying to be, in whatever group setting or whomever I was around. I find myself agreeing to be agreeable. because I was placing all my bets on other people having me feel like I belonged. You know what I'm saying? Like I was putting too much into these other people for helping me feel like I belong in the world. And that's not, woo, honey, that is not where it's supposed to be. You know, I know now that belonging to myself makes it okay when I don't fit in, or if I don't feel like I'm a part of that group, right? Because I know that I don't have to be. And when I do fit, I know it's all because that is the moment I am being my truest, authentic self. You know, in the sense of like, no matter who I'm around or what I'm doing or what, you know, play date my son's at, and I'm talking to the other parents, you know, I don't need to belong into this little group with them. I can just be my true, authentic self having conversation. And that is, and it looks like so many ways. And, you know, and I think a big part of our true, authentic self is also to be loving with love and come from love and light and kindness, without hampering your own beliefs and your own truths. You know, so look, whatever age you are listening to this, find out what gets your goose, right? Find out what ignites that fire inside, and accept every little fun, wild, crazy thing about you. Just accept it. Now, I know there's some people, I've had a few clients that have had relatives or friends that talk about that sense of like, okay, well, they're just so mean. They're just so mean to me, like, but they're like, that's who I am. I'm just mean. And I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no to that, because no one truly wants to be mean. And that's just honest to God truth. And unless it's a severe narcissistic person that can't see anything else but themselves. And that's really a small percentage of people in the United States. And so, you know, when you have that person that's there and they're just like, oh, honey, right? You have to understand that, like, to be your true authentic self is to tell them how to love you, tell them how to treat you, tell them what, you know, and if you don't like it, then don't be a part of them. That's not your group. Those are not your people. And that's even if they're siblings, right? That's even if they've been your best friends since kindergarten. It doesn't matter. That's even if they're your partner in life, right? You have to be able to know, accept, love, care your own self, to be able to belong to yourself, so that way you can feel like you belong to the things that you want to belong to. And so, yeah, you know, whatever age, you know, what gets your goose, what ignites you, accept every little fun, crazy thing about you, belong to yourself first, then find those people, places, and groups that you can be you in. And I know some of you are thinking like, oh my God, that's going to take forever, right? That's going to take fucking forever, you know, but there's no better place to start than now, right? I mean, like, start now, like get a piece of paper, write it down, record yourself saying like, what do you like about you? What is your true authentic self? What are the things that you enjoy? What are the fun little crazy things about yourself that you can accept so much that you can tell people like, hey, like, I mean, I could tell you, if you had my friends right here and I asked them the question of like, what is one thing that you absolutely think is wild and crazy about me? I guarantee you all of them would say that I have absolutely no filter whatsoever. And that's true. I don't have a filter because I'm so tired of hiding. I was so tired of hiding behind myself and through other people that I lost myself. And so when I have refound myself, when I reopened and transitioned and transformed my mindset to be able to be who I am today, it's because I have no filter. I would say, look, if there was a conversation happening that I didn't want to be a part of, whether it be gossip or political things, I would say, look, I'm not going to have that conversation, right? Because that's who I was, you know. Or I would say, look, I can have a healthy debate, but I want to make sure that you can have a healthy debate as well. You know, and any time during the conversation, if I noticed, you know, those little urges of feelings of anger and I need to be better and you got to do what I got to do came up, that I would completely stop the conversation. And I would say, look, I am noticing that I am getting a little out of my mind right now talking about this. So I think I need to step back, and can we switch the subject until I can figure this out about myself? Because it absolutely has nothing to do with the other person and what they're saying. It has everything to do with my insides. And that comes with the same as like when you are in a narcissistic relationship. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, how can I get through this narcissistic relationship? How can I get, you know, my partner, my spouse to be able to not be this way and controlling? And I want to give you a newsflash right now, is that it's not about them. right? It's about you. It's about all the ways that you have enabled that person to treat you that way up until now. And so you have to find yourself. You have to accept yourself and then be able to have the balls and the courage within and the vulnerability within to share that with that person and set boundaries and let them know that, look, I'm not going to be treated this way anymore. And then make decisions from there, because everything is going to be worked out as long as you can be your authentic self, letting someone know what's up. And so it's essential to our well-being to be transparent, to be vulnerable and brave, and to and for ourselves, really. It improves our health, our feeling of being safe, and above all, our happiness. And so when it comes to a sense of belonging, I truly hope that you can look inside yourself. You can find out what is crack-a-lackin', like I like to say, and even look at the groups you're in right now. Like, do you really belong there? Are you your true authentic self? And begin to work on it, and begin to work on what you don't accept about yourself, what you don't love about yourself, what you don't care about yourself about, and be able to find somebody and reach out to somebody to either help guide you or to help you feel supported and safe while you're going through that transformation. And look, as you guys know, I mean, that's what I do. That's what I do. And so if you're listening to this and you're like, oh yes, I need to find out all of this information, go to coach-tammy.com, book a session, book a free consult. Just email me and say, hey, can we chat a little bit about this? I don't care. Whatever you do, just reach out. You are not alone in this world. You are not supposed to be alone in this world. We all have a sense of belonging, like I said earlier. And so if you want to find that sense, if you want to dive into that sense, now is the time. There is no better time in the world than now, since we have just shifted in our whole world with both pandemics, and to be able to find out who you are now in this new world we're in. And because look, everybody's like, I can't wait to get back to normal. I can't wait to get back to normal. Let's not get back to normal. Let's not get back to the way we were, and let's push ourselves forward to who we want to be. And if you're ready for that, reach out. I am here. I'm available, and let's get it going. All right, my guys, until next time. First off, sorry, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. And until next time, keep loving, keep growing, and keep embracing life boldly.